like I was saying, what the shit? Fuck. Why are shonen manga ending so soon? Why are series like Demon Slayer, Fire Force, Attack on Titan, and Doctor Stone ending at the peak of their popularity and not riding the 1,000-chapter wave like One Piece, Dragon Ball, and Naruto have done before since the 80s? If you don't know, shonen manga is primarily a battle manga curated towards younger boys and teenagers. Manga like Dragon Ball, Naruto, Yu Yu Hakusho, and One Piece are the pinnacle battle shonen manga that have came out in the last 30 years, with Bleach as honorable mention. Most of these series involve an underdog character striving to become greater than they were before. When you read most of these manga, you'll be able to see things like a training arc, a tournament arc, and an endless supply of villains who are worse than the last. These were and are staple tropes in the battle shonen manga that continue to this day, except for one trope: never having an ending. In recent times, a lot of newer shonen manga have come out in the past decade are ending with a fraction of the story length of their predecessors. Manga series like Doctor Stone, which ended at 27 volumes, Fire Force with 34 volumes, and other popular manga series like Black Clover, My Hero Academia, and Jujutsu Kaisen, who are planning to end their series in the near future. And I know what you're thinking, 20 to 30 volumes of a manga is pretty long, but in comparison to One Piece, which has 105 volumes, Naruto, which ended with 72 volumes, and Dragon Ball, which doesn't seem to want to end at all. It's a mere fraction of what those series could go to or be at. Hell, even Demon Slayer ended at 23 volumes, and Demon Slayer is arguably one of the most popular manga out to date. But why is this? You know those editors at Shonen Jump are begging these creators to keep putting out chapters of their manga, but why are they ending these series so soon? Some of these manga are ending before they even get an anime adaptation, as in the case with the Muscle and Magic series. I found a few reasons why this could be. Reason number one, these manga are simply done with the story they have to tell. Simple, right? Why should these people continue to create and alter their manga to appease fans and editors? I applaud these guys for having artistic integrity and making these stories the way they want and not just continuing to make a manga just because it's beneficial for their bank account. Prime example is Hajime Ishiyama, the manga behind Attack on Titan. He wrote and ended the manga the way he wanted to. Granted, I'm not really fucking with how they're stretching out the last season of Attack on Titan. Like they said, this season was the last episodes of the season, but it's been 4 parts in the last part of the season, so it just doesn't make any sense. End the fucking show. I want to see the fucking ending already. God damn it. I mean, I already read the manga, but like, end the shit already. God. Yeah. A lot of those creators back in the day kept continuing their manga because they wanted to keep their fans happy or keep their editors happy. My boy Akira Toriyama, for example, tried to end and change the story of Dragon Ball so many different times. Even at one point, Gohan was supposed to take over the mantle as the main character of Dragon Ball after the Cell Saga, but so many fans were upset by this change that he just said fuck it and just brought Goku back just to appease the fans, which is mind-boggling to me. And now we have this fucking Gohan. What a fucking dork. Reason number 2. But wait, before we get to the next reason why manga series are ending so shortly, we got a word from our sponsor. We don't have a sponsor, but I want to let you guys know that I'm a combo creator. I've been creating my own web series called Bam, the Last Hero on Earth. It's an ongoing series. It's a post-apocalyptic superhero series which asks, what would the world do if all the world superheroes left the planet with all the villains staying on the planet? What's gonna happen? So I appreciate you guys if you want to check it out. Links in the bio. I have 9 chapters out right now. I'm putting chapters out monthly. I appreciate you guys want to check it out. Let me know what you think. Also, I have a Ko-fi link in the description if you guys are able to donate to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. It would help me be able to keep making these videos and to keep my website alive and to keep making these comics and stuff like that. I'd highly appreciate it. Now back to the motherfucking video. Being a manga creator is a fucking health hazard. Manga chapters come out weekly, and if you're lucky, sometimes bi-weekly. So that means these manga creators have to write, draw, and screen tone 20 pages of a manga chapter within 6 days. Most of these guys hardly sleep, eat, or are able to do anything healthy just to meet these grueling deadlines. Now imagine doing that for 1 month, and now 2 months, and now 6 months. Yeah, hell, even a fucking year. I would lose my mind if I had to do that shit. And I feel like that's how a lot of these new age creators feel. They don't want to go 10 plus years living in that lifestyle. It's just unbearable and honestly just like inhumane. Like, who would want to do that shit? That's crazy. Many of these manga have cited terrible health issues in correlation to this lifestyle of working constantly on this manga. Compare this to American comic book creators. Most of these artists work Monday through Friday and take Saturday, Sunday off, just so they can keep on and meet those monthly deadlines. But even those guys are exhausted from doing that. So imagine doing that tenfold. It's crazy. Like, why would you do that to yourself? Beyond me. Shit. It's a prime example. Look at the creator of Hunter x Hunter, Yoshihiro Tagashi, who's probably had the worst case of health issues related to manga. He has horrible back problems to where he can't even sit up while drawing anymore. Even if you don't have major health problems, there's the fact that these creators have no personal life outside of creating their manga. For instance, Masashi Kishimoto, the creator of Naruto, wasn't even able to take his wife on their honeymoon till he finished Naruto, which was years later. That's some commitment, boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, I mean, I don't know, man. That's crazy though. That's real crazy. So I don't really blame these newer creators for ending the series when they want to, instead of just keeping on doing this stuff. You know, they have to keep their health in mind and not just die for this shit. Like, overrated. Reason number 3, manga artists are underpaid. So this last reason is a little more speculation on my end, because most manga artists don't really speak on their contracts, whether they like it or not, or whether they like their pay or not. So I'm really just assuming this. Well, not really assuming, because I kind of got a little bit of facts behind it, but I don't know if this is a real reason why they are ending their series or not. So I'm going to put that as a disclaimer. A manga artist is generally paid between 3,000 to 8,000 yen, on average 5,500 yen per manuscript page, and the typical story carried in a weekly or monthly magazine is around 20 pages. An annual income in the case of weekly and monthly magazine would be, if you're published weekly, you'll get about $5,100 in American cash. And if you're published monthly, you're probably gonna get around $12,000. Most of these manga artists have assistants. Most of the time, you gotta pay these assistants out of pocket, and most assistants cost 180,000 yen. If you're lucky and your manga becomes popular, you'll get paid royalties, which can be between 8 to 10% of the first printing run of the manga. From the second print run and on, you'll get paid per volume sold. And if you're really, really fucking lucky, and if your manga gets an anime adaptation, you'll get paid between 150 yen to 200,000 yen per 30-minute episode. And it's kind of crazy to think, because if you look at the upper echelon of manga creators like Oda, Akira Toriyama, and Kishimoto, all of their franchises that they created are worth hundreds of billions of dollars, and those guys are definitely not fucking billionaires. So there's definitely a disconnect in between what's going on in that manga world, which is, you know, not being spoken upon by the creators or the publishers, because I mean, Japanese culture is a whole different thing, not compared to American comics, where, you know, they're not putting up with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Hashtag comics broke me, bitch. Don't fucking play with me, bitch. No, I'm playing. But to wrap this video up, at the end of the day, I know us as fans and consumers would love to see our favorite manga and anime to keep going on forever and ever with endless amounts of filler episodes and, you know, bullshit like that. But it just seems like the culture of manga is just shifting towards shorter series, which personally I don't hate, because I think it just eliminates the filler episodes, because I fucking hate filler episodes. Shit used to piss me off, man. Coming home fucking Saturday night, ready to see a fucking new episode of Naruto, and I get a fucking episode of them chasing a fucking cat around or some bullshit. The fuck is that, man? I'm trying to see Rock Lee whoop some ass. Not these motherfuckers doing some dumbass shit like that. What the fuck? Remember the war arc of Naruto? You know how many fucking fillers were in that fucking arc? It's fucking disgusting. And, you know, and aside from that, you know, the health problems and the monetary problems, you know, that's just something, a whole nother thing. You know, if you want to, you know, you want to work hard, make a series amazing, you might have to sacrifice some health to put up the output that you need to keep up with the competition, especially in the Japanese market. And the monetary value, that's just a whole other thing. You know, some of these creators, they don't care about making that much money. They just want to tell their stories. Some of them want to become rich as fuck, and some of them are in between. Yeah, man, appreciate you guys for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe. See you guys in the next one. Peace.